Hello, you are welcome to my HTML episode. In this episode, we're going to learn about CSS list. We're going to be learning how to create a list in CSS. We're later going to be styling this list using list item markers. I made a video on HTML showing you how to create ordered and unordered lists. So I'm now going to take that knowledge further by applying CSS styling to our list. If you are ready, I'm ready. Let's get started. But before that, what are the things we're going to be covering in this video tutorial? We are going to create an ordered list, just like you have bullet points here. Later, we're going to create ordered list, which will have numbering like this. We will be applying styling to our list. Later in this video, we'll be learning how to apply CSS item markers to our list, just like we have it here. Okay, we're going to append images just like this to our list. Not just that, we'll take it further by applying color to our list, just like we have it on the screen. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Why not jumpstart and open our code editor and then start from there creating our list. Okay, so let's get to the code editor and then see how that is done. We're going to create our list, but this time we're going to be styling our list items. So if you're excited, I'm also excited. Let's go ahead and see how we're going to style our list. But first of all, we're going to create our list. So we have two basic type of lists. We have ordered list and unordered list. The first kind of list we're going to be looking at in this video, or in this part of the video, is the unordered list. Okay, so this is self-explanatory. Unordered list meaning they are not in any sequence. Okay, so let's kick things off by writing our code for our unordered list, okay, which is UL, and then I'll close it this way and then I'll open it up. Now with our unordered list, we're going to list our items. So you put li, which is list item, and then we will enter something like t here. Okay, so t, and then we will just duplicate our code for fast development. Okay, so this one will be mock, and then duplicate my code, and then I'll put coffee here. So coffee this way, duplicate my code, and then I'll change this to something like malt. Okay, malt. Good. So let me take you to our web browser and then I'll show you. Good. So we have our unordered list, and these are our list items. You can see that list items. Now when you look at it closely, you can see there are some bullet points here to the left hand side of our list items. Okay, so we later in this video we're going to be looking at how we can change these small dots, which are bullet points, to something different, something else. Okay, so let's continue by looking at the other form of list, which is ordered list. So again, less than, and then we'll put ol, which is order list, and then we open it up like this, and then we're going to give or write our list items, which is li, and then this time this form of list arranges objects in a sequence format. Okay, maybe days in a week, we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, so they are in order. That's why we're using order list. All right, so let's go ahead and enter something inside. So what I'll do is maybe I'll put the life cycle of a human being. So first of all, we need, the first one is birth. Okay, from there we have infancy. So I'll put infancy this way. I'll duplicate, and then we have adult. So adult this way. Duplicate again. To duplicate your code, you simply hold down Command and then D if you're using Windows, okay? So sorry, Control D, okay? But if you're using Mac, it's Command D. So from adult, we have age, aged, okay, or old age, and then of course the senior most, and this is deaf, right? So deaf is the last one, and they are in order. Now let's go to our web browser, reload, and I can see they are in order. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These things are in order, and they are called order list. There's a styling method or property in CSS we can use to change these default bullet points to our own preference. So in order to do that, you simply go to your CSS file, which is your styling file, okay, and then we're going to start applying our style to our list items or ordered list. So in order to change your default bullet points, all you need to do is to target. All you need to do is to use what we call the list style type in CSS. Okay, the list style type in CSS. So how does this work? So first of all, we're going to target our onList item, which is UL. Let me take you to our HTML document, and we have onList item, okay, the UL, unordered list, and then we're going to target this one, which is UL. Simply come back here and then I'll put UL way, and then we're going to type list style type. So let's type list style type. Now here we have a list of bullet points or styling method we can apply to our list items, right? So we have circle, we have squares. So in this part, I want to change it to square like this. And now when I take you to our web browser and then reload this page, it's going to change from this default bullet point in the form of dots to that square. So I guess reload this page, and I can see they are now in squares instead of that default dots or bullet points. Okay, all right, let's go back and change it to something else. So we can change it from that circle to that square to circle. All right, let's put cycle like this, back to cycle, and then reload, and now you can see they are in these circles, okay, instead of having that black default bullet points. So that's it for our unordered list. Let's talk about our ordered list. Our ordered list, which are in the form of numerical values. So we have 1 all the way towards 5. Okay, so how are we going to change this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to something like I, or even alphabets? Okay, something like uppercase or lowercase, or even upper Roman numerals to lower Roman numerals. So let's go ahead and change that. So I'll simply take you back to our code editor, and this time we're going to be targeting our unordered list. Our ordered list, which is OL, this way, and then we're going to apply the same property, which is list style type, this way, and this time we're going to be using lower alpha or upper alpha. So we're going to be using upper alpha. Now let's go to our web browser and then reload this page, and it has changed from the default numerals, which is 1 2 3, to A B C all the way to E. Let's change it from upper alphanumeric values to lower. So do so, you again go back to your code editor, and then instead of upper, replace that with lower, like this, lower alpha. Now when we go back to our web browser, reload this page, and now you can see we have lowercase a b c all the way to E. Then we'll go back there, and then we can change it from upper Roman numerals, so upper Roman this way, and then reload, and I can see we have I, and all the way toward V. And guess it, you can change the upper to lower, okay, to lower, and instead of that uppercase, now we'll have something like lower values, I all the way to V. Hello, this is one of the moments we have all been waiting for. In this part of the video, we are going to append images like this to our list. Okay, so without wasting time, let's go to our code editor and then take it from there. So I have my list items here on ordered list, and then ordered list. I have my style.css file here, and I went ahead and cleared the code, and now we have a blank CSS file. Let me take you to my files tree. I went ahead and created a folder called img, that's image, and inside I have these two images, okay, this and then this. So with the help of these images, we are going to append what we call item markers, okay, or list markers to our list. All right, without wasting time, let's go ahead and see how that is done. So I'll collapse my file tree like this, and then this is where we're going to be doing our work. Now the first list we're going to be targeting is our unordered list, So I'll take you to our HTML file, and then we have our unordered list here, okay. So we're going to be targeting our unordered list. So we'll go back to our CSS file, and then we'll put unordered list like this, and then you can open it up this way, okay. So but we can go further by adding li here, okay, to be more precise, like this, right. I'll show you what is happening. So we have unordered list, and inside we have list item. We have ordered list, and inside we have list item. So to be more precise, you need to use the two selectors, okay. It's a good practice. So what else can we do? What we're going to do is, let me take you to our web browser. So the first thing we're going to do is to clear these default bullet points, okay. So we're going to clear these bullet points. In order to clear your points, what you need to do is to use list style, okay. So list style, and you put none here, okay, none, and then I'll go back to our web browser, reload. Now you can see our bullet points are gone. So this is the time we're going to add, or this gives us the opportunity to add images or append images to our list, okay. So first of all, you need to disable your list type, which is none, and then we're now going to assign our images to our list. So in order to do that, we go back to our code editor, and then we come beneath, and beneath here we put background image. So just put background image, and of course you need your URL like this, and this is where we're going to specify our path. Okay, so you can put double quote there, and I told you I have it inside a folder called img /, and the first image we're going to be using is the check.png, like this. Good. So we'll continue, but before that, let's go and check what is happening. So reload, and now you can see this is happening. Okay, see, you see that? Good. Let's go ahead and then remove the repeat, because when you look at it, the images are repeated. You can see on the screen. So we need to remove the repeat. In order to do that, you have to come down like this, and then you put background repeat. So just put background repeat, pick repeat, and you put no repeat. Okay, so type no repeat. So after you type no repeat, now you can see there's no repetition. All right, let's continue styling this page. Our image looks too big on the screen, so the next styling method we're going to be applying is to reduce the size of our background image. So you can put background size. So just put background, and then you put size this way, and then we'll reduce it to something like 15 pixels, like this. Now let's go to our development browser and then reload, and now you can see how small our check boxes look. Okay, like this. All right, so the next thing we will do is to push these boxes or these images to the left hand side using what we call background position. So I'll take you to my code editor, and then the next styling methods or property we're going to apply is background position, which is here, and then we're going to assign a left position to it. So give it left, but we want it to be at the center, so just put center. All right, and then now let's go to our web browser and then reload, and you can see everything is center. All right, so now how do we get these boxes outside? We can use paddings. We can also use margins. Okay, so for now let's apply padding to it. So we're going to apply a padding that will push it outside. All right, so in order to apply padding, we need to put padding like this, and then after you put padding this way, please give it 10 pixel top and bottom. Okay, like this, 10 pixel top and bottom, and then 20 pixel left, right and left. Okay, so 20 pixel right and left, like this. Now let's check, reload the page, and now you can see how it looks. Okay, this is how it looks. Perfect. You can also reduce the padding. All right, you can reduce the padding. So then the next thing we're going to be doing is to give it maybe a margin top. Okay, so we can give it a margin top of 2 pixels. All right, we can do that. So come down, and I'm going to give it a margin top of something like 2 pixels, like this. And this is not going to apply or give our design a significant effect. Okay, it's just going to push it down a little bit by 2 pixels, like this. I can see that. So that's it. That's how you add or assign an image to your list. We are done styling our unordered list by appending an image to individual lists, just like this. Having learned this, you should be able to do same to your ordered list. All right, to your ordered list. Okay, so let's go ahead and then do the same to our ordered list. But first of all, I'm going to copy this exact code because it's the same code, except our image is going to change. All right, like this, and then we change this to from unordered list to ordered list, like this. And then the next thing we'll be doing is to just change this particular image to our second image. All right, I would advise you to rewatch this video if you are not clear, and then we'll just take this particular one like this, and then I will take it to my development browser and then reload, and boom, you can see that we now have our list assigned. Sorry, our markers, they are called list markers, assigned to our items like we have here. The final thing we will be doing is to assign or apply color to our list. So in order to apply color to your list, you simply go to your code, and all we will be doing is to give it a background color. So I'm first of all going to be targeting my ordered list, which is UL, like this, and then I'm going to give it a background color this way. And then I think this background color can be something like maybe aqua. So let me just give it aqua, like this, and then let's go there and see what is happening. We load this page, and now you can see how our color is applied to our list, like this. Is that not wonderful? Let's go and then assign color to our second list, which is the ordered list, and then we'll say bye bye to this video. Again, we come down and then we'll put OL, that's order list, like this, and the same thing, we're going to give it a background color of maybe yellow, like this way. And now I'll take you to our development browser, reload this page, and boom, we are done giving or assigning color to our list. I hope this lecture has been informative. If you're not clear about a certain topic, go ahead and leave your comments in the comment area. I'll be happy to apply it to your comments and then help you out. If this is your first time here on this YouTube channel, don't hesitate subscribing to the channel. Bye bye. I'll see you in my next episode.